Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Media. I am Dr. Nik Nikam from Houston, Texas. The focus of this presentation is the effect of prolonged in-home school learning during the COVID pandemic. A study was reported in the Harvard Education Journal, and let's look at some of the interesting findings from that research. The school closures during the COVID pandemic in 2020-21 had a profound effect on the learning abilities of the students and their performance as far as tests are concerned. And here is a graph which is taken from this Harvard University study that showed as people spent more time remotely, the learning loss in math between 2019 and fall of 2021 gradually went up. So if they spent 20% of the time at home, they lost about 30% of the math learning ability. However, if they spent 60% of the time at home learning, their loss was more than 50%. So there is a direct correlation between the students' in performance in person compared to students who are at home, who were at home during the COVID pandemic. Let's look at some other things. The students in those states which had prolonged in-home learning had the most negative effect compared to the students who spent less time at home and returned to in-person schooling. As we can see here, here's another chart which looked at the economic status of the students. And interestingly, it found out those people with low poverty had lower loss of their math abilities, and also correlated with the amount of time spent at home compared to a group with high poverty level. So, in other words, the effect of in-home studies had a more profound effect on the low-income population, especially the Latino and African Americans. They had the worst results in terms of their math abilities compared with the other groups, or compared with the people who spent less time in states where the schools were held in person. In fact, they reported that the progress that was made in the last 2 decades by the low-income Latino and African American students were all lost during this homeschooling or in-home studies during the COVID pandemic. So that's a significant loss as far as their learning abilities are concerned. So here is a chart showing how people spent time remotely based upon the poverty level. So ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, the states that adapted prolonged in-home learning did more disservice to their school children with really no significant impact on COVID outcomes. In fact, there was a big debate about whether the students should be going back to schools, whether they should be staying home, and there was a significant influence of the teachers' union in terms of how the guidelines were set by the CDC. But based on these results, it is quite clear. Students who were involved in in-person studies, the more they were at school, they did better in terms of their performance and results. Thank you so much for watching this presentation. I am Dr. Nik Nikam from Triple N Media, and please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much.